Hi everyone. So good morning. In the last videos we have discussed about what is list family and what are the different classes, why there are different classes, what is the difference between different classes, right? So let's discuss what is the set family. When you should go for a set. As I told you earlier in the introduction video, if you want, no duplicate element should be allowed. You don't want any duplicate element. Plus you are not bothered about insertion order also. Then you should go for set. Okay, in the list you can enter duplicate element as well as the insertion order is also maintaining, right? But if you don't want any insertion order, you are not bothered about it, let them enter in whatever the insertion order they want. But you don't want any duplicate also, then you should go for set. Clear? Now in the set there are different classes: HashSet, LinkedHashSet, tree set. Now let's see what is the difference. So let's first talk about HashSet. What is HashSet? Let me create an object of an HashSet. HashSet, say each equal to new HashSet. Okay, so let me import it. This is the way you can declare a HashSet. Okay, this is the way you can declare an HashSet. So when you declare an HashSet like this, the initial capacity of the HashSet is 16. Okay, what is the initial capacity? The initial capacity of the HashSet is 16. But as I told you, it is not going to occupy any memory. See, h.size. I am printing the size and running it. The size is 0. The initial capacity is 16. Okay, in the HashSet. If I want to print the set h, and if I run it, see, there is no element, so initial capacity is 0. Okay, sorry, so the size of the HashSet is 0, but the initial capacity is 16 in the HashSet. Now how to add an element? H dot same add method. I am adding some value. H dot add method. I am adding some value. Okay, H dot add true. So 3 values I have added. If I run, you can see 3 values and the size is 3. Now in the HashSet, you need to remember a couple of points. So I've just make a note of all these things. You just, make sure you are aware of all these things for the interview purpose. Underlying data structure of the HashSet is hash table. What is the underlying data structure? Hash table. Okay, underlying data structure. This HashSet is best when you perform any kind of search operation. So they have implemented the HashSet in such a way that if you are going to perform any kind of search operation, the HashSet is the best. Okay. Secondly, initial capacity is 16 and the field ratio or load ratio is 0.75. Now, what is that field ratio or load ratio? That is the new thing. Remember earlier I told, if there is a capacity of 10, when you enter the 11th element, the capacity becomes double in case of vector, that is 20. Or in case of list, it will be, initial capacity 10 into 3 by 2 plus 1, right? So 16 or something. Here the initial capacity is 16, but the field ratio, there is something called field ratio is 0.7. Means initial capacity equal to 16, you are trying to add values here one by one. When you filled the 75% of the position, what is the 75% of 16? Is nothing but 12, right? 75% of 16 is nothing but 12, right? So when you enter the 12th element, it will double the initial capacity. Initial capacity will become 32. In earlier cases, what was happening in list and all? When if the list size is 10, if your initial capacity is 10, up to 10 element you can enter. When you enter the 11th element, then it is going to double or it will do the calculation 3 by 2 plus 1 into 3 by 2 plus 1. But in case of HashSet, the calculation is initial capacity is 16 by default. When 75% of the initial capacity got filled up, that is 12, it will become 32. It will double the initial capacity. The capacity will become double. Okay, so when you enter the 12th element, then the capacity of the hash set will automatically will increase and it will be double 32. Same way when it is 32, the 75% of the 32, when it got filled up, it will become again double 64. Okay, so this is what is the initial capacity in the hash set, and this is what is the ratio or load factor. It says after filling up how much ratio a new hash set object will be created. Okay, now capacities become double, that is it will become 32. Hash set, as I told you, is best for search operation. There is no sequence, no duplicate, because it comes under the set. The set family, there is no sequence. It will not maintain any sequence, or it will not allow to insert any duplicate element also. Okay, that is what is hash set. Clear? Now there are some more constructor available in the hash set. One more constructor is you can pass some value, like I am passing h1. What that means? That means that you are saying that I want to create a hash set whose initial capacity is 1000. If you don't mention, by default the initial capacity is how much? 16. If you want to mention, if you want, you can mention. For example, you have lot of values, around 900,000 values you need to enter. You know the number of values will be more than 900 or something. So why to declare initial capacity as 16? Let's declare initial capacity as 1000 or 900. Okay, so this is the way also you can create a hash set. You can initialize the initial capacity and you can create. Now there is one more constructor, comma 80. That means what? That means that your initial capacity is 1000, and when you want to double the size, that is a load factor. You are declaring load factor is 80. That means when the 80%, that is when the 800 memory will be filled up, then it will become 2000. Or you declare 90, when 90% of the memory will be filled up, that is when 900 memory will get filled up, then only you double the initial capacity, that is 2000. Otherwise not. Got it? So these three constructor are there. There is one more constructor, you know, here if you want to convert any collection to hash set. Maybe you want to convert some list. So if you have declared some list X, you can declare X here. List will be converted into a hash set. It is you can declare any collection object, collection C. Okay, to convert into a hash set. So these are the four constructors available in the hash set. Clear? So this is the case. So if I run this, you can see the output. A12 true. Okay, so let me enter again A. If I run it, see A12 2. Can you see duplicate elements are not allowed? One more A you cannot enter. If I here if I put h.add A, if I run it, see you are getting unresolved. Okay. If I run it, it's giving false. Means you cannot do it. Already A is available. Okay, you cannot add A. But if I give x and run it, it's giving true and it's entering xx. Okay, so you can see we are not maintaining any sequence here. First A, then xx, 12, true, and all these things. I am entering PQR. If I run it, see PQR in the second position. A, PQR, xx, 12, true, and all. So you cannot guarantee the sequence. Plus duplicate elements are not allowed. That is what is hash set. Clear? What is hash set? So When you go for set family, when we are not, don't want to enter any duplicate and we are not bothered about what to say, we are not bothered about the sequence, then we should go for set family. And this is what is HashSet. Now definitely the question will be, what is linked HashSet? What is the difference between HashSet and linked HashSet? Why there is one more class, linked HashSet? If I talk about linked HashSet, so let's see what are the difference. Linked HashSet. What is this? This is the child class of the HashSet. The first point is, this is the child class of the HashSet. Here also no duplicates are allowed, but insertion order should be maintained. So you know this is a set family, there is no duplicates allowed. That's fine. Okay, but sometimes you might have requirement like, okay, duplicates are not allowed, fine, but I want it should be inserted in proper order. Then you should go for linked HashSet. Okay, so underlying data structure is hash table plus linked list. In the HashSet, I told underlying data structure is hash table. But in the linked HashSet, underlying data structure is the combination of hash table plus linked list. Okay, so this is the child class of the HashSet. No duplicate, but you want some insertion order. Then you should go for linked HashSet. If I run this one, see, this is the output for HashSet. Correct? A, P, Q, R, X, 12. Instead of HashSet, I am writing linked HashSet now. I'm just changing it to linked HashSet. Apart from that, everything is fine. If I run it, can you see the output? First AA, then 12, then true, then PQR, then XX. Same order I have entered. So if you want, duplicates are not allowed, fine. But I want some proper order should be maintained. You can go with the linked HashSet. This is the output for linked HashSet, and this is the output for HashSet. But here also duplicates are not allowed. See, if I enter AA and if I run it, it will say false, means you cannot enter any duplicate element. But you know, insertion order it can maintain. Okay, so that's the only difference between HashSet and linked. Clear? Okay, so that's all.